ఆరోగ్య రంగంలో భారత్ క్రమంగా పురోగతి సాధిస్తోందని వరల్డ్ హెల్త్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ మాజీ చీఫ్ సైంటిస్ట్ సౌమ్య స్వామినాథన్ అన్నారు. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి ఏదైనా సాధించాలనే పట్టుదలతోనే నిత్యం కృషి చేశానని తెలిపారు. పరిశోధనలంటే ఇష్టమన్న సౌమ్య స్వామినాథన్ అందులో భాగంగానే కెరీర్ బిల్డ్ చేసుకున్నట్లు తెలిపారు. ఆరోగ్య రంగంలో టెక్నాలజీ పాత్ర కీలకమని చెబుతున్న సౌమ్య స్వామినాథన్తో ఈటీవీ ప్రత్యేక ముఖాముఖి.
గత 2 రోజులుగా హైదరాబాద్ లిటరరీ ఫెస్టివల్ సత్వ నాలెడ్జ్ సిటీలో జరుగుతుంది. అందులో భాగంగా సైన్స్ అండ్ ద సిటీ అనే అంశం పైన WHO ఎక్స్ చీఫ్ సైంటిస్ట్ సౌమ్య స్వామినాథన్ గారు తమ అభిప్రాయాలని పంచుకున్నారు. ప్రస్తుతం మేడం మనతో ఉన్నారు, మేడంతో మాట్లాడదాం. సో హాయ్ మేడం, హౌ ఆర్ యూ డూయింగ్?
Hello, I'm doing very well, thank you.
So I want to ask you the question, what motivated you to change your path from clinical practice to address the global health issues?
I was always interested in research from when I was a young child. Maybe because I grew up in an environment where there were always students in the house. So even after I went to medical school, I wanted to do research. And then I finished my MD in pediatrics also. My love for research continued. So I went abroad for a few years to equip myself and train myself to do better research. And then I came back to India. And I was lucky that I got a job with the Indian Council of Medical Research, which had all the facilities and infrastructure for me to be able to do research on TB.
How is the experience working on TB and HIV in India and globally? What is the research experiments? How they are working to resolve the issues?
Yes, so TB and HIV are both diseases which are similar but still quite different. One is of course a bacterium, HIV is a virus. HIV is caused by blood-borne close contact or sexual transmission. TB is by airborne transmission, so very different. Stigma is there for both the diseases, and both have a high mortality rate if they are not treated. Of course, HIV is almost fatal if it doesn't get treated. In TB, about 30% of people will die if they don't get treatment. Now, the difference is that for HIV, because it affected the high-income countries, a lot of money went into research and development in the 80s and 90s. And so a lot of good treatment was developed. So from 2000 onwards, HIV is no longer a death sentence. It's a chronic, manageable disease. TB, on the other hand, so much R&D has not happened. We've had 1 or 2 new drugs in the last 20 years, but still no good vaccine. And still we need better, shorter and safer treatments for TB. So I would say that India has done a lot to address TB, but in terms of R&D, we need to invest more, and the world also has to invest more.
Are there any books that motivated you to change your path from clinical practice to researchers?
So a couple of books I read as a child. One of them was called The Hero of Molokai, and it was about Father Muller. He was a priest, and he went and settled on this island in Hawaii called Molokai, which had leprosy patients. No one wanted to treat leprosy. In our own country, Baba Amte did the same thing, He was a lawyer, not a doctor, but he decided he will dedicate his life for leprosy patients. And those stories actually inspired me to take up public health.
What role do you see of technology and innovation in addressing the global health issues?
Technology and innovation plays a very big role in health, and especially today. We saw during COVID, it was thanks to science and technology that we were able to overcome COVID. Vaccines, diagnostics, a lot of personal protective equipment, etc. We also have technologies like genome sequencing now, which can tell us the whole genome pattern of a bacteria or a virus very quickly. So we have all the tools. How do we use those tools to create products that are useful for our population, for our own needs? That is the challenge before us now. We have artificial intelligence and machine learning. That again is going to help with drug discovery and development. So I think there's no doubt that today we live in an age where we are able to use these scientific tools, both digital tools, genomic tools, biological tools, to develop new products. We need to prioritize what is needed for our own public health, where there is a gap, and then the government and the private sector need to really work together to make some of these important products.
What advice you are going to give to the youngsters who are pursuing their career in medicine and sciences?
I would like to encourage youngsters who are in medicine now to actually take up a career in health research or medical research. I think there are still a lot of very exciting research, unanswered questions, and you can do so much good actually, because by doing research what you're doing is you're discovering something new. It could be something related to clinical medicine, it could be related to the cause of disease, it could be related to a new drug or a vaccine, or it could be related to a policy or a strategy. But you're helping, thousands, in some cases millions of people through your work. I find it a very, very fulfilling career, and I'm very happy that I stuck with medical research. A lot of people told me that it had no future. When I was a young medical student, they wanted me to pursue clinical medicine, but somehow I was set on research. I did it. I'm happy that I did it, and I would like to continue actually doing research now as long as I can.
మేడం, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. సో ఇది మొత్తంగా మేడం చెప్తున్నటువంటి విషయాలు. ఎవరైనా ఎప్పుడైనా కూడా మీ లక్ష్యం దిశగా అడుగులు వేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఆత్మవిశ్వాసాన్ని దెబ్బతీసే విధంగా మాట్లాడినా కూడా ఖచ్చితంగా మీ లక్ష్యానికి స్టిక్ అయి ఉండాలని చెప్తున్నారు. కెమెరామెన్ మల్లికార్జున్తో శివరామకృష్ణ, ఈటీవీ న్యూస్, హైదరాబాద్.